Hello. Yeah, this is my second time going live today. I got a question. Shishi. I got a question. So, I think about this often. I don't always say it, but I do think about it often. As a Christian, I was raised to put on the whole armor of God. I was raised to prepare to fight. We have these songs, if I die, let me die in the army of the Lord and such, right? But what I notice is that those who are supposed to be fighting right now, because there is a persecution happening of Africans in America, all over the world, but right now, what's close to home, hi Brian, hey man, it's been years, decades. But what's close to home is Africans in America. I mean, we are literally being persecuted. There is legislation right now. There are FBI reports that are calling us terrorists just for identifying ourselves as black. And I'm looking for the church. I'm looking for the black church. Where are you at? What the fuck? I mean, for whatever reason, you're saving your arsenal of weapons, whatever that is. You're saving it for Armageddon, right? You're saving it for this big war when Jesus comes back and cracks the sky and fights the devil by saying one word and defeats the enemy. But right now you got a war happening right in front of you. We are literally in America, all over the world, but literally in America in the middle of a race war. And I'm not seeing the pastors galvanize the saints. I'm not seeing the deacons write checks so that so that weapons can be purchased. I'm not seeing the ushers lead people to march. I'm not seeing none of that. And you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed because it's crazy to me. It's fucking motherfucking, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's crazy to me that right now there's people, today is Tuesday. It's Tuesday everywhere now, probably. But right now, there are people who are going to go to church tomorrow, do their Wednesday night service, and never ever talk about the race war that's happening in America. They're going to pay their tithes, they're going to pay their offering, they're going to give their love offering, they're going to pay toward the building fund, they're going to give their love offering to the pastor, pay all their alms, and never ever talk about the race war that's happening in America. And that we know of, because things happen that never hit the news. I've seen things happen in Salisbury, North Carolina, and Greenville, North Carolina, where people were murdered by police, Africans were murdered by police, and it never hit national news. So that we know of, not one of us has been murdered this week by police. But y'all, come on, it's common knowledge right now that black identity extremists are black people, that all of us have been considered extremists because we identify ourselves as black, as African, as opposers of white supremacy, as opposers of what they call alleged police violence. I hope you've done your homework and read the FBI report that called us terrorists. And Moors, those of you who classify yourselves as Moors, you are not safe, because the word Moors was specifically in the FBI assessment, an intelligence assessment. Keep in mind, the words intelligence when it comes to the FBI is usually only used when you're talking about foreign enemies. So now we're foreign enemies because we're not citizens. In order for them to call us domestic terrorists, they have to admit that we're citizens, but we're not citizens of America, right? And we are in a position right now where a police officer or anybody can murder you. George Zimmerman can murder Trayvon Martin, and the church doesn't even see it. I was raised to be taught to be unapologetically Christian. And I'm watching the black church be quiet. I'm watching the people who raised me, the people who put this spirit fire in me, this Holy Ghost fire, upper room fire in me, not say a word. Not say one word. So you waiting for Armageddon. But by that time, then what you gonna say? Because right now you say, I'm too old to fight, or that's not my fight. Don't fight. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. When does it become your battle? First the natural, then the spiritual. You're so heavenly minded, earthly fucking good, that legislation is being passed. You have a president that basically told a football owner today, make your niggas submit. It's totally unconstitutional for any corporation to say that you have to pledge allegiance to the flag or you have to stand for the national anthem. It's against the Constitution, but the President of the United States today co-signed, dog whistled a football team owner saying he will not allow anyone to play if they don't stand for the national anthem. Where is the church? Where's the church? Yeah, I know it just became okay to wear your jersey to church on Sundays. You know, you still saved if you wear your jersey to church on Sunday. But where is the church when it comes to this FBI report? This should be preached. This Sunday, your pastor should be preaching the FBI report. Forget the scriptures, because we know those, we've read those, we've memorized those since Sunday school. Your pastor should be preaching that FBI report. If your black pastor does not have a copy of the FBI intelligence assessment in front of him or her and reading it over the pulpit this Sunday, then your pastor's an FBI agent. Faith-based initiatives, the new FBI, as Dr. Umar Johnson would put it. FBI, faith-based initiatives. If your pastor is not reading that FBI report, because I've read it, I know what it says, and I'm not even at church. So if your pastor is supposed to be leading you to righteousness and leading you to be a warrior and build kingdoms, where's the kingdom? Where is the kingdom? It just is sickening to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. We've got $14 million that is given to the church every single Sunday, and then y'all are giving money to Pat Robinson, who's basically calling you dumb niggas for kneeling during the national anthem. If you ever read the third verse of the national anthem, you'll understand the second and the first verse. That national anthem is not about, listen to this very quickly and very literally, over the land of the free, or the land of the free, over the land of the free and the home of the brave. You know, our banner waved over the land of the free and the home of the brave. It was mocking those who lived there before in peace and freedom. Over the land. Our banner waved over the land of the free and the home of the brave. And the Indians are always called Braves. Isn't there a team called the Braves who had a mascot of the Indians at one point? Y'all got to learn how to understand things. And I don't mean to sound condescending, but sometimes actions speak louder than words, or inaction speaks louder than words thereof. We are so complacent and still talking about Cardi B being #1 and Rob Kardashian and China Black and her crazy mama trying to chase O.J. Simpson and all this other crazy stuff, that what's happening right in front of us is getting totally swept over our head. And when you're in a position when the police can ask you what your race is and you can say you're black, and that police officer can shoot you in your head and be justified because you identified yourself as black. Black identity extremist, black identity. You are a terrorist because you identify as black. Come on. Come on. If I break it down and I spoon feed you, then you say I'm condescending, but for real, come on. So the church is waiting, the black church is waiting, and I was always raised to say, oh, they're going to ask you, are you a Christian? And when you say you a Christian, they're going to blow your head off. Who gives a fuck what your religion is? You can throw that off, put it on, pick it up, put it down all day. Erica Campbell voted for Donald Trump because she thought he was a Christian. I don't know what that man ever said that seemed a little bit Christian. But she voted for him because of his Christian views. But that can be obviously picked up and put down. Hitler said, oh Lord, this man about to run into something. Jesus, Lord. My driver is driving in China crazy. Hitler said that he learned from Machiavelli to put on the veneer of Christianity to win the trust of the people. Veneer. It can be put on, it can be taken off, y'all. It wears off. If you've ever seen anybody with veneers on their teeth, after a few years, you know they have to either put it back on or it wears itself off. And this man's radio is so loud. I hope you can hear me. Ni hao. Ni hao.
No.
Jigga?
Huh?
Jigga?
Oh.
Yeah. Shishi. It's a veneer. It's a veneer. Now, what happens, or what tends to happen, and I'm blessed and grateful that this FB is still going strong. It don't happen at my house this easily, but what tends to happen is, because Africans, we are spiritual people, because we are such spiritual people, we're better Christians than those who forced Christianity on us. We're better Muslims than the Arabs that forced Muslim on us. We're better Hindus, better Buddhists, because we are spiritual people. And I'm not going to tell you what you should worship or how you should worship or what you should do. Yes. No. Oh, no, not this one. Not this one. I got to get off here. I got to give some direction. I guess that's it. I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye-bye.